So, Marvel Rivals. I do not need to tell you what Marvel Rivals is. You've definitely heard about the game, or probably already you've played it since it's free. This game is really popular, and if you're watching this video, there's no way you have not heard about it. If you're a fan of Marvel, or just a fan of video games in general, or just are on the internet, you've heard of this game. I am really enjoying playing this game, playing Marvel Rivals. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, with Season 2 starting recently, I want to talk about the skins we need in the game. As much as I love Marvel Rivals, I'm not really a fan of a lot of the character designs in the game, and I think the skins aren't that great. The skins in Marvel Rivals are usually like a recolor of the default skin. They're designed from their appearance in the MCU or just some random new theme. What I'm gonna do for this video is pick one skin I want them to add for each character, so no one's gonna be left out, and no matter who you main, I will have a skin for your character. So first off, I'm gonna do the Fantastic Four. I'm gonna just do one suit for them all since they usually wear nearly identical uniforms, and I'm gonna do them together because if I did them in separate segments, that'd be repetitive. So the skins for the Fantastic Four will be the blue and white suits from the 80s. These suits are really iconic, and it would be nice to get Fantastic Four suits in the game that are simple and not overly complicated. They use these costumes for the 90s animated series and also the unreleased 1994 movie. Also, the suits in First Steps are clearly inspired by these suits. I think it will be cool for them to have an iconic suit from the comics, and I would like if the designs look more like their comic counterparts. Moving on to the rest of the roster, starting with the Vanguards, will be Captain America. What I'm picking is the stealth suit from Captain America the Winter Soldier. I think this would be a great skin for Marvel Rivals. It's usually agreed upon as one of the best Captain America MCU suits. So far, the only MCU skin is the Infinity War suit. This suit is just really cool and would look great in the game. The dark blue and silver looks great, and I like the military look of the suit while it still keeps the elements of the classic Captain America design. The skin can also have the shield from the movie that replaced the red and white with light blue and silver. Next up is Doctor Strange. The skin I've chosen for Stephen Strange will be the Strange Supreme design from What If Season 1 Episode 4. Now, What If was a terrible show and I did not like it, but I thought the Doctor Strange episode from Season 1 was actually really good and probably my favorite episode from the show. His design in that episode was pretty cool. I would love to see this evil look for Strange in Rivals since I'm not really a fan of his other skins. The colors in the suit will look cool, and it would be cool if he looked all demented and depressed in the game, like how he was in the episode. The next character is the latest hero added to the game, Emma Frost. The skin I'm choosing for Emma is her classic outfit from when she was a part of the Hellfire Club. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Wow, what a gooner you are for choosing this outfit. Okay, stop looking at me like that. I am not a gooner. That's just Emma Frost's character. She wears a lot of revealing outfits and she's very sexualized. Don't blame me, blame the artist. I think this is probably one of her better designs. It'll be cool to get her Hellfire attire with her cape and gloves. Also, the all white will differentiate her from Invisible Woman and Dagger since they're all blonde women who wear white and blue. Also, this suit will make the game a lot of money from the Gooners. The next character I'm going to be talking about is the first Guardians member on the list, Groot. The skin I choose for Groot is the suit from Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord #1 written by Keith Griffin in 2007. This is a cool design that differentiates itself from the other skins since Groot is actually wearing clothes in this design. Groot's design here has his own Guardians uniform, and I like the head shape as it's huge and would look cool in Marvel Rivals. I also found out about this suit because it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy game. So this outfit has been in a game before, so it can appear in Marvel Rivals. Up next is the Incredible Hulk himself. The skin I want for the Hulk in Marvel Rivals is a Maestro skin. If you don't know, Maestro is the evil version of Hulk from an alternate timeline. I know Maestro is not the same as the main Hulk, but we got a maker skin for Mr. Fantastic, so this isn't different. A Maestro skin would be nice since his design is really cool and unique from the other Hulk skins. Even though in the comics Maestro can't revert back to Bruce Banner, in the game they can make an old Bruce Banner design for a skin. They can give him a gray beard and make him bald. Alright, next up is the master of magnetism himself, Magneto. My choice for Eric Lenscher is the Big M suit. I mainly chose this suit because that was the suit he wore in X-Men 97. It just has so much aura. I liked his look in the show so much that I bought an action figure of that. Even though the comic outfit doesn't have the long hair, I think the Marvel Rivals skin should have the long hair he has in the show. It would also be cool if the suit had the shading from both the comics and the movie. They probably won't do it, but modders can add it. This is another simple design. It's a one-color suit with no sleeves, big M, long gloves, with a long cape. Definitely better than all the over-designed MCU style suits that Marvel Rivals usually uses. Now time for the annoying bitch who spams webs, Peni Parker. The skin for Peni I'm picking is her Into the Spider-Verse design. This is kind of a no-brainer for me since I didn't know who she was until she appeared in that movie. Peni was probably my least favorite spider person in that movie, but I understand why she was used in the game. Her mech gives her unique abilities that don't make her just Spider-Man, but with a different design and a few different powers. This design from Into the Spider-Verse is pretty cool. It looks really futuristic and I like the colors. The suit from this movie has a very different shape from the Rivals design, but they can do a few tweaks to make it work. Now for the God of Thunder himself, Thor. So the skin I picked for Thor in Marvel Rivals would of course be his design from God of War. I'm just kidding. Though that would be cool as kind of like a PlayStation exclusive skin, or as a skin you get for free if you bought God of War Ragnarok. The actual skin I picked is the Unworthy design from Jason Aaron's 2017 Unworthy Thor comic run. This suit is pretty underrated. The raggedy cape and metal arm is cool. Also, getting this in the game gives us a shirtless Thor skin. This game gets criticized for how the female designs are made for gooners. We can get a male skin for the ladies and also gay men. We don't discriminate on this channel. The final vanguard for this video is Venom. The skin I picked for Venom is his design from the 90s Spider-Man animated series. The design from the show is really good and would look great in Marvel Rivals. Much better than the orange and blue skins. On the surface, this doesn't look much different than the regular Venom look, but it's got unique and cool differences. Most notably is the red and blue shading that is absolutely mandatory if this is going to be used as a skin in the game. His eyes, the symbol, and the teeth have differences that make him much more creepy and horrifying looking. Venom was done really well in the 90s animated series. If you haven't watched the show, you should definitely watch the Venom / symbiote arc if you're a fan of the character. Might have been the best adapted Venom, definitely better than the two terrible live action adaptations. Moving on to the duelists, we got Black Panther, the King of Wakanda. The skin I want for T'Challa in Rivals is the classic suit with the cape and collar. I just think Black Panther looks so good with a cape. He has so much aura and looks more like a king. Marvel Rivals, please just give us a Black Panther skin with a cape. It'll look so cool, much better than the other T'Challa skins. Next on the list is Black Widow. The character absolutely no one plays, and if you play her, you are throwing. I think the Black Widow skin they should go with is her suit from Iron Man 2. It's her first appearance in the MCU, and I think it's pretty cool. It would be unique to get a skin of her in a shield outfit, and I think this is one of her better looks in the MCU. Next Marvel Rivals character is Hawkeye. For Hawkeye, I think that we should have a classic comic suit as a skin in the game. I think that suit is great, and the MCU are cowards for not having Jeremy Renner wear it at least once. Hawkeye doesn't have much comic skins in the game, he just has 2. What better skin to use than the classic suit? The colors on the suit and the helmet will make Hawkeye look more distinct in the game. Next is Hela. The skin I picked for her is her design from Thor Ragnarok. Hela would have probably not have been in Marvel Rivals if it wasn't for this movie. Her design in Thor Ragnarok was cool, and I think they can use her helmetless look in the film. I'm surprised the skin isn't already in the game. Now we got Iron Fist. I think they should do a skin for his first comic design from Iron Man Volume 6 Number 1 by Alyssa Wong, with art done by Jim Chung and J. David Ramos, released in February 2022. This suit is pretty different from the suit in the game. It looks more similar to the Danny Rand costume. This suit is dark green and yellow. The symbol is bigger, and he's got kind of like a samurai skirt. So our next character is the one who started the MCU. Iron Man. The skin I'm picking for Tony Stark is the Mark III Iron Man armor from the first Iron Man movie. This suit is so iconic and might be one of the best Iron Man armors in the MCU. I think all the old Iron Man suits in the MCU just look better because they use more practical effects and are simple, while the later ones used CGI and were very over-designed. Now for the Russian Darkchild herself, New Mutants member and younger sister of Colossus, Magik. My choice for a Magik skin is the Blood Hunt suit. This is the golden suit with the metal arm. It looks pretty cool. I don't know much about Magik and don't really know her other suits, but I think this one is good and should be a skin in the game. Alright, next we have Moon Knight, aka Mark Spector, aka Stephen Grant, aka Jake Lockley. The skin I picked for Moon Knight is his West Coast Avengers suit. I like this suit. It's a lot like the classic Moon Knight suit since it's all white, but the suit has a gold belt and gold on his wrists and legs. I also like the black mask with the white eyes. It looks really cool and would be a unique Moon Knight skin to have in the game. Up next is the King of Atlantis, Namor the Submariner. My choice for Namor's Marvel Rival skin is his X-Men suit. I'm not really a fan of the character of Shamik Namor. He's basically Aquaman but lame, even though he came out before Aquaman. This suit is cool though. I like how it combines aspects of the Namor suit and the X-Men uniform. Since this season introduced Krakoa, I think it would be great to make X-Men skins for X-Men related characters. Now onto the Japanese assassin Psylocke. The skin for Psylocke I picked is her Captain Britain suit. I know Psylocke as Captain Britain is technically not her, or wait, is it her? I'm gonna be honest, Psylocke's lore in the comics is very confusing. She's basically like the Hawkman of Marvel lore-wise. If you want to understand it, look it up. There's probably like videos of it. I think Comic Drake did a video about her lore. There's probably tons of videos explaining her lore. She's been 2 different characters named Quanin and Betsy Braddock, but it's not like a legacy thing. It's even more complicated than that. It's like one was in the other's body or some shit like that. In Marvel Rivals, her name is Sai, so they kind of avoided all that. This costume is pretty cool. The Captain Britain design differentiates itself a lot from the other Psylocke suits. Next character is Scarlet Witch. The skin I want for her is her classic design from when she was a part of the Brotherhood of Mutants. I generally think this game needs more comic skins. A lot of Wanda's skins in Marvel Rivals are really similar, so this design will be more unique. Also, another skin for the Gooners, which will make the game more money. Now, time for the face of Marvel, and probably the only character you're here for, even though none of you play him because he is fucking terrible to play in this game, Spider-Man. What we absolutely need in this game is a black suit skin for Spidey. This is an absolute must, since it's the most iconic Spider-Man suit other than his classic suit. It is so awesome. It has so much aura, and he was an absolute beast in the suit, especially in the 90s cartoon. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the Spider-Man design in Marvel Rivals. It's over-designed, has too many lines, and I'm not a fan of the symbol. The Spider-Man skins in the game are also not good. Like, why'd they go with Chasm, Scarlet Spider, and Spider-Punk? Those aren't even Peter Parker. Also, out of all the MCU suits they chose, why did they go with the Iron Spider suit? They also got got the movie it's from wrong. Up next, we got another character loved by gooners, but hated by players, Squirrel Girl. The skin I chose for her is her Great Lakes Avengers suit. I think this is her best suit from the comics, and it would be good to get a Squirrel Girl skin that looks like a superhero suit. Okay, so for the legendary Star-Lord, the skin I picked for him is the 2008 original Guardians of the Galaxy suit from the comics. It's a very unique suit. The mask is very different, and while it's similar to the Guardians 3 uniform, it looks more comic-like with the red gloves and red boots. This is obviously a pre-MCU Star-Lord design, and you didn't care about the Guardians before the MCU, and anyone who says they did, they're lying. Now for one of the X-Men members in the game, Storm. I'm going to be choosing the classic comic suit for Storm. I think this is her best looking costume, and it would look great as a skin. The cape, tiara, and long white hair would look really cool in the game, and the black and yellow makes the suit look more distinct from Storm's other skins. Next is Punisher. For Frank Castle, I want to go with a trench coat skin similar to the Punisher Max and Punisher 2004 suit. Personally, I prefer Punisher with a trench coat because it looks so cool and it just fits his character so much better. I don't really think black and white spandex fits him because Frank isn't a traditional superhero who would wear a goofy costume. Alright, now we got Winter Soldier. I think it makes sense for Bucky to get a skin from Captain America the Winter Soldier. This movie was Bucky's first appearance as the Winter Soldier in the MCU, and it's probably the reason why he's in Marvel Rivals, because this movie was how he got popular. This suit looks cool. It is similar to Bucky's default skin, but there are aspects that differentiate the two suits. The skin will be black like in the movie, and we can also include the black eye makeup too, which looks cool. Finishing up on the duelists, we got Wolverine. The skin that's a must-have for Loki is the brown suit. This costume is so iconic and should 100% be in Marvel Rivals. We can definitely all agree on this. I really don't like the default Wolverine skin in the game. I think it looks really lame. He's just a guy in a jacket. The game also doesn't have any comic skins for Wolverine. The closest thing they have to a comic skin is his Deadpool 3 skin. We absolutely need a comic suit for Wolverine, and the brown suit would be an absolute great addition to the game since it's so cool and a lot of people like it. Moving on to the strategists with Adam Warlock. My pick for an Adam Warlock skin is his Infinity Gauntlet design. Adam doesn't have any comic skins in the game. Two of his skins are recolors, and one of his skin is his Guardians 3 design. This design looks cool. It's simple, but he has a lot of aura, and it's probably one of his best looks in the comics. Next is two characters in one, Cloak and Dagger. I don't really know much about them, and they don't really have that many unique designs that I care for, so I'm just gonna go with their classic comic designs as their Marvel Rivals skin. Now for the son of a bitch known as Jeff the Land Shark. He's another character that I don't know much about. He's very obscure and has only existed for 6 years. For his Marvel Rivals skin, I'm gonna choose this design with goggles, snorkel, tube, and flippers, like a beach design. I don't really know what it's called. Up next is the God of Mischief, Loki Laufeyson. My pick for a Loki skin is his design from Ragnarok. No, not God of War Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. His suit in this movie is actually pretty cool and underrated. I like how Asgardian the outfit looks, and it's a great modernization of the older Loki suits in the MCU. For the popular K-pop star, Luna Snow, I want her Agents of Atlas / Andromeda suit. Luna Snow is also another obscure character that became popular from Marvel Rivals. She originates from the mobile game Marvel Future Fight from 2015 and was brought into the comics in War of the Realms Neo Agents of Atlas #1 from 2019. So yeah, I don't know much about the character, but I think the suit should be a skin in the game since it's one of her most worn suits, I think. Next is Mantis. For her Marvel Rivals skin, I'm going with her classic comic design. I don't really have anything else to add. I I just chose this first skin because it's unique from the other Mantis skins, and I think the game should add more classic comic skins. Finishing off the list, the final Marvel Rivals character, the final strategist, and the final member of the Guardians of the Galaxy in this game, Rocket Raccoon. For Rocket, my pick is his suit from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The orange of the suit makes the skin more distinct from the other Rocket skins. It's also good to have his look from his first MCU appearance, since that movie is what made him popular and is the reason why he's in the game. Alright, so that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. What skins do you want to be added in Marvel Rivals? Do you agree with my picks? And what would you guys change? If any of you guys play Marvel Rivals, let me know if you like the skin I chose for your main. I might do a part 2 for this video, but probably like in the future, maybe in a year or 6 months when there are more characters added in the game. Anyways, my name is Noob, and goodbye.